Hello, welcome back to Turn Struggle into Purpose. My name is Jason Ursay. I am a survivor of 8 brain surgeries. I've lived with a disability for almost 22 years. I've had limited use of my left hand since September of 2004. Today, I want to talk about the importance of mindset. Have you ever felt stuck or like life dealt you a bad hand? Research shows that how you perceive the world goes a long way to determining how you navigate life's inevitable challenges. And, if you have a growth mindset, that will allow you to adapt and overcome, versus a fixed mindset, which basically means that you have the skills that you have, the capabilities that you have, and that's the way it will always stay. Having a growth mindset allows you to develop yourself. It gives you the ability and the belief that you can overcome whatever challenges may present themselves. You don't feel like all is lost when life throws you a curveball. You adapt. You shift course. You find a way. I know from my personal experience that when I adapted the growth mindset, it changed the way I look at the world. I stopped feeling sorry for myself, feeling like woe is me because of all I've gone through. Instead, I started thinking, well, I, this happened, but now what do I do? How do I make the best of my situation? And I believe I'm doing that right now. I think anyone can overcome their challenges, no matter what they are: physical, mental, financial, romantic, anything. You can overcome challenges. You can rise to the occasion. But you have to believe in that. You have to believe that you have the ability, um, and otherwise, you will not rise to the occasion. A lot of the research into mindset comes from Stanford psychologist Carol Dweck. Um, wrote an excellent book called Mindset: The New Psychology of Success, um, where she compares growth mindset versus fixed mindset. People with a fixed mindset believe that they cannot develop new skills and their traits cannot improve, whereas people with a growth mindset believe that they can improve their skills through hard work. History features many examples of prominent figures who had a growth mindset, and you can see many contemporary examples in modern society. Um, Historically, you think of people such as Abraham Lincoln, who had a number of business failures and political failures before becoming arguably America's greatest president. Think of Thomas Edison, who had many failed experiments before he became arguably one of the greatest inventors of all time. Um, his famous quote, uh, I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that will not work. He never gave up, he just kept pushing forward. Another great example is Wilma Rudolph, uh, the Olympian. Uh, Wilma Rudolph had polio as a child, was told that she would never walk um, by doctors, and her mother refused to allow her to believe that. And she would go on to become one of America's greatest Olympians. The 1960 Olympics, she won 3 gold medals and set numerous world records. So these are just some of the examples from history. Um, there's also, in modern times, people like Michael Jordan, who was cut from his high school basketball team, but used that setback to drive him to become arguably the greatest basketball player of all time. Then you have authors like J.K. Rowling and Stephen King, who faced numerous rejections of their manuscripts before they broke through and became wildly successful. Oprah Winfrey was told that she was not fit for television. Obviously, she proved everyone wrong. She's become wildly successful. So, there are just so many examples of people who have succeeded with a growth mindset. And I think it's really important that we encourage young people, our children, to adapt a growth mindset. Growth mindset helps develop character traits like resilience, determination, and ingenuity. It teaches people to work hard to achieve their goals, teaches people to overcome setbacks and failures. Some great quotes along that relate to this subject. Uh, First one: there is nothing noble in being superior to your fellow man. True nobility is being superior to your former self. Ernest Hemingway said that. It's brilliant. Um, uh, then here's a second quote: your I can is more important than your IQ. That was by Robin Sharma, international best-selling author. And finally, Stephen Covey, author of 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I am not a product of my circumstances. I am a product of my decisions. Thank you all for listening and watching the videos today. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. Um, if you really like it, go ahead and spread the word. Thank you very much. I appreciate your support and encouragement. Have a wonderful day.